I used to own an iPad, but I actually had to switch to something else because I didn't feel the urge or the emotion or the inspiration to use it. So one day I went to Facebook Marketplace and I found a really nice deal for a MacBook Air, and the person wanted to trade actually for an iPad, and I found it really good, really convenient for me. And the MacBook was calling my name, to be honest. I always had some curiosity about it. And one day, you know what? I shoot the shot, and now I got this right here. So the funny thing is that that device right there, I didn't have to pay anything for it because it was literally a trade. It was a kid who was getting into college, and they realized the iPad would have been better for them than the MacBook. So yeah, funny thing is that I never used the iPad as much as I wanted to because it didn't inspire me, it didn't motivate me to pick it up. I'm not saying that all of your devices should inspire you or something like that all the time, but it's nice when you pick something up and you feel like, oh, it feels nice to use this. So yeah, for me, the MacBook did the work because I just love everything about it so far. I had it for about a couple of months, and in the amount of months that I have had it for, I have used it way more than the two iPads that I had previously. So crazy to say, right? The thing is, for me, the MacBook it's way more comfortable to use, and I know it's weird to say a MacBook feels more comfortable than an iPad, but to be honest, I mostly use my computer as you can see here, and yeah, it feels more comfortable for me because I already have a keyboard, I already have a trackpad. I know I don't have the touchscreen, but I don't use it that much. Maybe when I just got the MacBook, I kinda got excited, saying, "Oh, you know what? Maybe I would like a touchscreen." But then I realized I had an iPad for a long time and never used it that much, so I really don't miss that. So, for me, yeah, the MacBook was a great trade, and there's many good things about it, such as battery. It has what, like 86% or something, and is lasting way longer than any
Such
other
as
computer,
that.
any other laptop I used before, which is crazy to say. When they released it, everyone was skeptical about no fans, no nothing, and it's funny to see how over the years the MacBook has lasted that good. The funny thing too is that it is small and lasts way longer than bigger laptops. So yeah, there's that. Other things, the screen is really sharp. The keyboard feels good to use, easy to carry since it's light and small. I have no issues with it. The trackpad is the best one I have used ever. I haven't used like pro level or top level laptops, but for what the MacBook brings and offers, it's nothing else, no more than I need, and I can't complain. Funny enough, it's powerful enough for the use that I give. I don't have to use complex programs on the MacBook because I already have a powerful enough desktop. So programs like Lightroom, Photoshop, or Premiere, whatever, can be done on the MacBook Air. Although it could take a little longer than a stronger computer like the N1 Pro or a desktop or the M Pros. So it does everything that I need for what I use it for. I feel more motivated to use it every day in comparison to the iPad, since the iPad I felt it was just a bigger phone. It's great for media consumption, but I mean, sometimes it's annoying just to type on it since the screen is big. Even the 11 inches, it was big for you to just type with your two hands. So for me, yeah, the keyboard here helps way more. I know I could have gotten like an attachment or something, but turning an iPad to a Mac, to a computer or a MacBook or a laptop is not ideal. That's why they have the MacBook here. So there's that. Another great thing for me is that I rather the desktop apps in comparison to the iPad apps. I know that Safari has some cool stuff that you can see the website as how it will look on the MacBook and computer features, but to be honest with you, I just feel more comfortable using the more desktop things in the computer rather than the iPad. And funny enough, I already have a desktop at home, so I do not need the power on the go yet. Unless I do, that's when I will be upgrading. But let me tell you why I love the MacBook and why you may want to switch to a MacBook coming from an iPad. The keyboard, they have made plenty of improvements on it, and it feels really comfortable to use. It's lightweight. I don't have to push really hard to activate none of the keys. The screen is really sharp, I have to admit. It's sharp enough for what I use it and for the distance that I hold this. The good thing is that the stock display option that they have, you can change it to a bigger one so you can have more space on your screen. I know 13 inches is the biggest thing ever, so you may want to have that extra space inside. The battery life is impressive. This lasts me even more than 6 hours with no problem, even though the battery health is under 90%. So just keep that in mind. Even at lower health percentage, it's still really good. The biggest difference from this and the iPad is that I actually use the MacBook way more than the iPad that I used to have. I had this MacBook for a couple of months and I have used this way more than I used the iPad across the years. That's something, if that tells you something. Now, don't get me wrong, sometimes I do miss some stuff from the iPad, such as the touch screen, that it was way smaller and that you could carry everywhere. It was like a bigger iPhone, a bigger screen iPhone with no calling features, at least telephone features. But that's the thing. I already have an iPhone and I'm not looking for another iPhone. Yeah, in the iPad I could draw, take more notes, make different workflows, and it was great for media consumption. I could watch all of my shows with no problem everywhere instead of watching it from my iPhone. But right now, for me, the MacBook is a simply better tool. It's fast enough, it's powerful enough, the battery is long lasting. You do not need to know the specs, you already know about these. They are everywhere. And something that I do not miss from the iPad is not having desktop apps. I can have all of the desktop apps that I use on my computer on my MacBook. And yeah, I said that I don't use it because I already have a powerful enough desktop, but on the go, you never know. It's better to have it than not have it and miss it. So it's better to have it and not use it than miss it and not have it. You know what I mean? So that's something great, having those desktop apps right with you at all times. The good thing is that the MacBook will not replace my desktop. That's for sure. We all know that, right? And something to take in consideration, you might miss some things from the iPad. Like I mentioned before, to carry it even easier than a MacBook, the touchscreen, and just be able to have it everywhere easier for you. But gonna be honest with you, a laptop will always be a laptop, and a laptop will be more dominant than a tablet, regardless the brand, regardless anything. Unless you have a specific use for a tablet, yeah, great, like drawing and even some business things are done on iPad Pros or regular iPads rather than a laptop. And there's a reason why, you know. The iPad is the standard in the tablet world. To be honest, my fiance, she used to have a Samsung tablet. She's a die-hard Android fan. But when it comes to the real deal, she had to go with the iPad. The iPad is the best tablet in the market. Then she got a MacBook. I don't know if that tells you something, so just keep that in mind. It's no-brainer. It's a no-brainer to move from a iPad to a MacBook. You already have great display, great keyboard, great trackpad, amazing battery life. What else are you asking for? You have already enough power in this, and you already know it's a base MacBook Air. So if you're expecting big performance, come on, you gotta be honest. You gotta get you the more pro, the newer ones. But gaming, I do not game on the MacBook. Why would you anyways? They don't have enough availability yet, or compatibility yet. That's a better word. Maybe in the future, who knows? They're pushing forward to do more gaming, so maybe there's that. But I mean, that's pretty much it for me. I don't have anything else to mention about it. Hope you like it. And do you have an iPad? Do you have a MacBook? Do you plan to switch? Let me know. Have a good one. Bye bye.